there is this thing we're used to hearing, mothers calling their children or siblings calling out to one another, Kachalom or Nankwat or Ebere or Patience, anyone. They just go like this. It's 2 o'clock and it's time for lunch. It's time for us to eat. And sometimes I now wonder, how many times should we eat in a day, and what exactly justifies that? Is it the timing? If it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's time for breakfast. If it's 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., it's time for lunch. If it's 7 o'clock in the evening, it's time for dinner. What justifies the number of times that we eat every day? Now you're about to find out. I welcome you to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. As we already know, this is a diet program where we talk about food and how food affects our health. My name is Michelle Omadi, popularly known as Dietitian Michelle. So today on Diet Talk is the Let's Talk series. You remember, we are talking about eating pattern. Yes, eating pattern. For a lot of us, we know that we should eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Is it correct? Is it wrong? Should we continue to eat that way or not? We will talk about it. First, let me tell you about a phone call. I called my brother, very senior brother, not a young person, and early in the morning around 8 o'clock. And while we were talking, the next thing I started to hear, he was eating. I said, bro, what are you doing? He said, I'm eating breakfast. I said, breakfast what? Are you a child? No. And the last time I checked, there is no health condition that would require medication. So why are you eating by 8 o'clock in the morning? Breakfast. Are you hungry? No. So why are you eating? Because it's time for breakfast. Do you understand? So while we were having the conversation, his wife, my sister-in-law, started shouting, "Oh, Dietitian Michelle, God bless you. Dietitian Michelle, thank you. Please tell him, tell him about this breakfast eating. In the morning, while we are preparing school food, school lunch for children, breakfast for children, this is how we'll also be running Helter Skelter to prepare breakfast for Oga." So if you are listening, let's talk about this properly. And if you're also listening to hear me say you should eat once or twice or 3 times, then you're going to be wrong, because the fact is, there is no straightforward answer to the number of times we should eat in a day. It's not straightforward. It depends. It varies. There are many factors that will determine that. So I'm going to give you major factors. Then you can sit down and decide and tell yourself, should I continue to eat the way I have been eating? Let's justify how many times we eat. All right. So what are the factors that I'm about to share with you? Just 6 factors. There could be more, but what I want to share with you, things that I consider when planning diet, these 6 usually help. Number 1 is age. How old are you? You heard what I just said about my brother. He's not a young man. He doesn't wake up hungry. So why are you eating breakfast by 8 o'clock in the morning? All right. So for age now, the younger children, they need more food. They need more calories. So when you say that you are giving them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that is justified. Why? Because from the food they eat, they get energy. Am I correct? They get energy to do work from the food. Then they get nutrients for nourishment. They also get nutrients for growth. They are still growing. So eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, especially for children within their right body weight, eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner is justified. Yes, that works. That applies. But for adults, you've grown. You don't grow. What you need from food is basically energy to be active, then nutrients for nourishment. Are you with me? Yes, nutrients for nourishment. You don't need energy to grow. Where are you growing to? You have finished growing. Do you understand? So, if as a child, you were used to eating 4 times or 3 times, now that you've grown, consider, think about reducing or adjusting the number of times that you eat. So, first factor we consider is what? Age. Younger children, young adults would need more energy from food, and yes, they also need food for growth. So that is number 1 factor. The second one that we consider as dietitians when recommending eating pattern is body mass index. Have you heard about that before? BMI. Do you know your BMI? If you don't, then there is a service we call assessment, nutritional assessment. You can walk to our clinic and get that. We'll check your weight, check your height, then tell you if you have the right BMI or not, and tell you adjustments you can make to hit the right body mass index. So this is another factor that we consider when planning diet or when recommending eating patterns. So for someone who has a body mass index below 18.5, we consider them underweight. Yes, they are underweight. Therefore, they need to eat more to get more nutrients, to get more energy, to gain weight. So for those ones, we can tell them to eat 4 times a day or 5 times a day or 6 times a day, depending on what they can consume each time. So it varies depending on their ability to eat. Some will say, no, Dietitian Michelle, I know I want to gain weight, but I don't think I can take food more than 3 times in a day. So we work with that. Some will say, I don't like to eat heavy meals. I just like to break it. Then we can work with 6 meals. So you can see it varies, even for those who are underweight. Then for someone who is overweight, your body mass index is already above 25, which means you have a lot of stored energy in your body that you can use. Why are you eating 3 times a day? Because you grew up eating that way. So whether you are hungry or you are not, you are eating. That is wrong. So number 2 factor, what we consider when planning diet is what body mass index. Those who are underweight will need more food than those who are overweight. Clear, right? Good. Now, next is activity level. How active are you? You wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, get dressed, go to work, you sit down all day, then you drive back home. I mean, check it. What's the activity level like? So why are you eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You need energy to do what? To do work. So when you are not doing a lot of physical work, why are you now taking too much energy? So I hope this helps you understand why you've been gaining a lot of weight. You may not have been overeating or eating, your plate is not even filled up, but the fact that the calories, the energy you are taking, you are not expending, gradually you're going to be gaining weight. Gradually, and you'll be wondering, where is this weight coming from? Why? Because of your activity level. So you see, your activity level would also determine how many times you should eat in a day. For someone who is a bricklayer, for example, he does a lot of activity. He's active. His physical work he's doing. So for that person now, he may be able to eat 6 times in a day and burn it all. Why? Because of his level of activity. Then you now see a hotelier, someone who goes to work and sits down most time, maybe from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. and you say, oh, my colleagues eat 6 times in a day. Oh, I know somebody who eats 6 times in a day and the person is still fit. What is your activity level? How active are you? So if you are not active, then please, you need to reduce the number of times you eat every day. Now, the 4th is what? Medication. That is another factor we consider when recommending eating pattern. For those who have medications to take in the morning, a lot of times doctors will say eat before or after your medication. Please, don't follow diet coaches. There are some coaches that will tell you, oh, don't worry about that. Just take your medication on empty stomach so that you can lose weight. Think about it. Your health is more important, which is why we say, look, when you need diet modifications, diet therapy, work with professionals who can help you achieve results. Don't just walk up to anybody because you can see diet plans flying left, right, and center. You see diet plans or consultations for 2K, for 5K, and you will go there. Don't get yourself into trouble. If you are on medication, please disregard every diet coach and every weight loss coach. Take your medication, take your food. That's recommended. So if your medication, that will determine how many times you would eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or breakfast and dinner, that will depend on your medication and even the dosage. Now, the 5th is sex. Men need more energy than women. Naturally. Why? Because they have a higher metabolism than women. But that is not to say that when a man is overweight, he should eat more than a woman who is underweight. No, that is wrong. So you can see that all these factors come into play when we are trying to recommend your eating pattern. So for a man who is not overweight and for a woman who is not overweight, yes, match side by side, the man would need more food because of higher metabolism than women. So that is what would explain how much they should eat. Now let's talk about the one that is a lot of that causes confusion a lot of times, which is genes. Our genes. Do you have fat genes? Do you have fat genes? Then don't look at those who don't have fat genes and eat like they do, because your genes should tell you what to eat. Eat for your gene. I hear my children say, oh, mommy, but why are you restricting our food? Why are you telling us to eat just 2 times or eat 3 times? Why are you telling us to reduce our food? Can you not see our cousin? Our cousin can eat 5 times or 6 times and see how they eat their food. And I say, look at your cousin. You don't have their genes. Do you understand? You have to eat for your own genes. You have fat genes, so you don't need to eat as much as they do. Just a little, and you'll be enough. And to be enough. So genes, yes, also determines and tells us how much food we should eat. Now, in summary, what I am saying is that there is no one size fits all. There is no recommendation that says we should eat once or we should eat twice or we should eat 3 times in a day. It depends on these factors. Talking about eating pattern. How many times do you eat every day? Once, twice, 3 times? Based on the discussion, based on what I have just explained now, what do you think now? Especially for those who called to say I eat twice, or some said I eat 4 times because I grew up eating that way. What would you have to say now that I have explained? A lot of factors should and can influence your eating pattern. Your age, your sex, your activity level, medication, your genes, yes, even your body mass index. Are you overweight? Are you underweight? These are factors that should guide you when you're choosing your eating pattern. Personally, let me even share my own experience. At the beginning of this year, I planned the family diet. I worked with my daughter to plan the family menu. Now we do this we do it twice or 3 times every year. So at the beginning of the year, we planned the family menu and we placed the children on 4 meals a day and adults 2 meals a day. Guess what? After 3 months, I noticed so many things changing. They're getting so fat, tummy protruding, cheeks everywhere. What was I thinking when I planned 4 meals for them, considering that we have fat genes in the family? So what did I do? Diet plan is not even static. Immediately, quickly, we worked on the diet again and we changed it for them. Now they don't take 4 meals in a day, which is breakfast, lunch, then they come back from school and eat what we call home snack, then dinner. That was causing us problems, so we changed it. It is now mainly the school food because they take their food by 10 o'clock in the morning. So you can as well consider that breakfast. You can just say it's late breakfast. So when they get to school, that is when they eat their first meal. Except for the youngest, who is just 5 years old. She takes something light in the morning, sometimes fruit, sometimes boiled egg or omelette, because she's not even overweight. I don't have a problem with her. But you can see that the first plan didn't work. We had to switch immediately to a second kind of plan for them so that they'll be within their right body weight. So in essence, what I'm saying is that diet plan is not even a static thing. That you have gotten one 2 years ago does not mean you should stick to it. Things will change. Weather will change. Holiday season would come. Sometimes health conditions. So this will require you being dynamic. You have to still consider change, make adjustments to your diet. Now, we have diet plans on our website, www.citadelnutritionconsult.com. When you go there, you're going to see many diet plans. You're going to see family diet plans. You're going to see holiday diet plans. You're even going to see Ramadan diet plans. You're going to see diet plans for different conditions. But I would always advise people who are listening to me, it's always best to customize your diet plan, because what works for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B. So it's best. What we have there, you can just call it a food timetable. I don't call it diet plan. You can just say it's a food timetable, a guide to help you eat adequately. But if you want to get it right, then I would advise you, first thing first is get a customized plan for yourself, for your family. Let the dietitians interact with you. Know your habits, know your lifestyle, know your children, know if you have fat genes or not, if there is any medical condition in the family, so that we can guide you on how you should eat. Remember, I told you that for my family, we reduced it from 4 meals to 2 main meals and then fruits and vegetables in between. But for someone else who doesn't have fat genes and who has children who are underweight, if they apply that, they're not just going to lose weight, they may just disappear. You'll be looking for the children, you won't see them again. Why? Because they are copying the Dietitian Michelle's diet plan. So please, I encourage you, let's help you get it right. Okay, so call us, call dietitians, call CNC. Let's help you plan your diet. Let's customize it. Let's guide you. Let's tell you if you should eat 2 meals or 3 meals or 4 meals, and even quantify it for you so that you can be clear on how you should eat. We also provide consultations, not just diet plans, for those who have health conditions, diabetes, cancer, obesity, you're underweight, or it's a case of anemia. We are dietitians. We are trained to help in diet planning, not just diet planning, but the service we call medical nutrition therapy. We can work with you to achieve your results. So you can call us on this number 0708 987 3497, 0708 987 3497, or 0904 675 8079. If you live in Jos, our office is located at Crispon Hotel, opposite Air Force Base, off Jonajang Expressway, Refuge, Jos. So if you prefer a physical consultation, we are there to help you. If not, virtual consultation is also available. Right here in Jos, we've been providing virtual consultations for clients who are not able to walk in or come into the clinic. They just call us and we work with them at their own convenience. They stay at home and still get expert advice from dietitians. If you would like to know more about our services, please go to our website, citadelnutritionconsult.com. We also have many online courses. You may not even be sick, you may not even have a case of diabetes, but you have a loved one, you have a dad, you have a mom, you have a sibling, you have someone who has a condition, and you want to know how to help them. Just visit the website. You will see these online courses on diabetes, on obesity, on cancer, on heart conditions. Play them, listen, and you will learn how you can help your loved ones who have the condition. Again, we are also open for partnership for those who own hospitals or health insurance companies or gyms or hotels. We would love to partner with you to offer our nutritional services. On our website, Citadel Nutrition Consult, please fill out our partnership form so that we can reach out to you and work out a partnership and help your clients, help your patients achieve their health goals. We talked about eating pattern and some factors that can influence our eating pattern. Factors like age, our sex, our activity level, body mass index, medications for those who have health conditions, and then our genes. If you need help on how to eat properly, then contact us today. Let's work together to create a personalized diet plan that suits your lifestyle and goals. Let's make eating healthy enjoyable for you and your loved ones. Don't forget to follow me on social media for more tips, tricks, and behind the scenes peeks into the world of diet and nutrition. You can also drop your comments there, ask your questions, and Dietitian Michelle will be very happy to respond. Now on social media, you'll find me as Dietitian Michelle on Facebook. You would also find me as Dietitian Michelle on Instagram, on TikTok, Dietitian Michelle, on Twitter, Dietitian Michi, LinkedIn, Michelle Umadi. And guess what? Our YouTube channel is still Dietitian Michelle. You're going to find a lot of interesting topics. Let me ask you something about non-stick pots. Have you heard about non-stick pots? Do you have non-stick pots? Do you cook with non-stick pots? Those colorful pots that we have, the orange color, the lemon green. I mean, they're so beautiful when you look at them. I want to tell you something about non-stick pot, but definitely not here, not on radio, not on Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. When you go to my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle, you're going to find out if you should cook with non-stick pots or not. So go to my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle, then look for the content on non-stick pots so that you would know if it's good for you to cook with it or not. And if you have loved ones and family members who cook with non-stick pot, share the video too so that they will learn and know if they should use it and how to use non-stick pot for your health.